from the top of the Passaday Stadium in Italy. Good morning, you cracking humans!
Good morning, you cracking humans. We are in Granville. Did I say that right, Francois?
Brilliant.
Brilliant. So I'm going to do less talking, and I'm going to get Francois to do the intro today, because from what I saw in the comments, a few people like the French accent, the charmer that he is. But this town, we've just driven into the town, and it is a beautiful little town. It's a seaside town. What do you reckon? Tell us a little bit about it, Francois.
Granville is one, yeah, it's a very nice little seaside resort. It's a little bit like, I don't know, Brighton or Morecambe, you know, in Britain. It's like a very, it used to be a very posh 19th century seaside resort. You had guys like Victor Hugo, you had houses there, and it's really cute. It's a very nice little place, and yeah, probably one of the. I know that, Mark, you've been thrilled by most places you've seen so far, but Granville is really sweet, really nice.
Do we know if there's been a finish or a start of the Tour de France in recent times at Granville?
Not in recent time, as far as I know. I think that the Tour has been through it before, but it's a long time, as far as I can remember, that the Tour didn't come to Granville.
So just here with Francois the legend. He's going to give us another, I think we're going to make this a regular segment after it was a little bit of a hit yesterday. He's going to give us a stage 4 preview for tomorrow's stage.
Yes, so tomorrow's stage is a long stage, 237.5 k's to Limoges. So I checked my books, to be honest. I don't have everything in my mind. I had the impression that Limoges finishes always, you know, crowned sprinters, and apparently no. There was quite a few breakaways that made it all the way to Limoges. So maybe we could have the first successful breakaway of the Tour in stage 4. But you know, in my personal opinion, given that you know, it's only early in the Tour and the sprinters only have those many occasions, you know, to shine, in my mind we should have a bunch sprint again. And I also think that we should normally see the guy who wins stage 3 win stage 4, because usually at the beginning of the Tour, sprinters, you know, they gauge themselves, and when one guy starts to dominate, he usually does, you know, for the whole of the start of the Tour. Among the other sprinters, I like Edward Tunes. That's a young Belgian guy, rides for Trek. I think it could be in the top 6. And then you've got Frenchman Brian Coquard also, but it is a little bit, you know, slightly in the not in the top flight, you know, probably in the second league, so in the top 6, 7. But for me, you know, the top 3 shouldn't be anything else but Greipel, Kittel and Cavendish.
Okay.
I've just introduced Mark to Renat Schott, who's the voice of Sports, a Belgian cycling network, or sports network. And this is Renat. He's in the mixed zone. He's been a feature of the mixed zone for how many years?
Oh, the mixed zone. When I started, there was no mixed zone. So my first tour was 99.
Renat knows the race really well. And he also has lived the Tour for a long time. But I'm curious to know what you think about. Do you enjoy the atmosphere or the riders, or you know, what is it that attracts you to the Tour?
For me, it's all about the race. To be honest, on a very serious level, the publicity cars and the caravan, I hate those. But the race, that is what really, it is the biggest race of the year. You have to be here when you're a cycling specialist. I mean, this is where the reputations are being built or being broken. I mean, this is it. The Tour is the Tour. Now we can start about the Tour is the Tour police and so on.
Let's roll on.
And this has got one of the new power meters, so it's only tiny. We know that it's there. We know it's in trial.
Yeah.
We've been expecting it from Shimano for a long time, to be honest. It's quite surprising they haven't come up with it yet for a Japanese company. But they said they wouldn't do it until they could do it properly. So we can see we're expecting a release in the new year. I'm sure it's going to be a ripper of a product.
So the guy behind me is randomly testing bikes for motors, which is just incredible in 2016, but he's doing it with an iPad. Let me just say, these Pinarellos are absolutely stunning machines in the flesh. Like, I'm surrounded by them. They're so beautiful, that black and that blue. So Dave from Cycling Tips is here interviewing this young fella. This young fella has been running around interviewing all the pros just like a pro. Check this out.
See how it was. The guy said, yeah, it's brilliant because he's only like 18. He was looking for...
The legend.
Oh, yeah, mate, right?
And how the troops today, we had a disappointing moment, but it wasn't a crash, which was great for Richie. I mean, he lost time, but he didn't get injured. Do you play with his head as well? Do you have mind games?
I think it's an important part of our job, of course. Try to be there when they need you. Try to say the right words at the right moment, and I think in 10 years, I'm more than 10 years in cycling, so I think I'm quite experienced in those things. So in the Tour de France, it's mainly crashes,
is it?
Which causes the most work. Like.
All right, I just ran into Michael Matthews and fanboyed out, like a proper fanboyed out, and I had to get a couple of photos, so I'm going to put the photo on Instagram. Rob took it. But yeah, they're very limited to what they can say. They can't really talk much without talking to their PR guy first. So we were going to do an interview with Michael about yesterday, but he sort of has to check it off with the team and make sure that he can do an interview. So, and that's pretty much how it works for all of the teams. So yeah, just got a little cheeky time lapse of Fabio Aru. Here's Peter Sagan. Everyone's just frothing. People are running left, right and centre to get a picture of him. So Rob and I have pretty much walked the whole length of the buses. They're all in a long line. And we're just chatting with people along the way. Rob knows everybody. He's literally saying g'day to everyone. And, you know, the only reason I'm getting half of the footage that I'm getting is because Rob knows everyone. I've got my business cards, as you guys know. I've handed out, probably then I maybe handed out 40 business cards. That might be an exaggeration, but a lot of business cards. And just to let people know what the channel is and who I am. But we're going back to the car now and we're heading off to the finish.
Top, allez! Sagan! It's good for me,
Who's going to win this?
So we just went up the finishing straight, and it's pretty obvious who we were following. That was Oleg Tinkov. Sagan, it's Sagan, it's Sagan. I don't know if we were going to get the audio, but he was pretty certain that he was going to, it was a perfect finish for Sagan. So wherever Sagan goes on a finish like that, Michael Matthews goes. I said it yesterday, but I'm going to say it again. Hopefully the pair of them are going head to head, and we might get an Australian win, but that's just my bias. Let's wait to see. What do you reckon, Mark?
I don't know. It's probably not hard. It's uphill, but it's not a hard enough finish for those guys. I still think the big boys will be up there.
Francois?
Well, I said I said Greipel, and I stick to Greipel.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks, mate. We found it.
That didn't take long.
So we got proper lost in the crowd and we had no idea where the hell we were going, but we're here. All right, legends, I am in the media centre now. You can see there is literally humans everywhere. They're all catching the finish of the race, but that's the end of the vlog for today. We're going to go and have a couple of beers and chill out for the rest of the night. Until tomorrow, I'll see you then.
If you can tell me if he's still excited, or after 3 days he's already blasé about it. What do you reckon? Is it?
Oh, mate, this shit's easy. I own this shit now.
Yeah, you're at part of the
This
tour.
is, you know, I'm a seasoned veteran of the tour now. What do you reckon, Francois? I'm talking perfect French, aren't I?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You pronounce the town names almost perfectly, you know, and yeah. You've done 3 days on the tour. I've done about 3 years of my life on the tour, probably more. 27 tours. Yes, that's it. Maybe not 3 years, but yeah, not far. So yeah, it's you know, it's, as you say, it's easy. Once you get into it, you know, it gets addictive, and you're part of a great family, and you start driving in a strange fashion, like, you know, overtaking all the time.
Like I've been doing all day.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm getting cocky now. I was overtaking people, and Francois said to me earlier, he goes, you are settling into this Tour de France thing perfectly.